David, do you think Washington, D.C.'s strict gun laws saved lives during the Trump riot? This is a very interesting question. It's really a question that has to be thought about in large numbers. And what I mean by that is, statistically, D.C.'s gun laws almost certainly saved some lives. Let me talk through my sense of it. And if you disagree with me, just let me know. I know that the gun people often say, gun laws don't stop any crimes because the criminals don't follow the laws anyway. The criminals will find an illegal way to get a gun. The criminals will bring guns where they aren't allowed anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. And certainly anecdotally, that may well be true. To some degree, that may well be true. But there are certainly some insurrectionists who opted to leave their firearms at home, who, if the laws were laxer in DC, would have brought guns with them. Some of them certainly had guns with them. We know that. But the number of guns was certainly lower because of Washington, D.C.'s gun laws. As a result of that, there are certainly some people who, if they had had firearms with them on that day in Washington, D.C., could have been ending up in some kind of a confrontation where either they would have taken out, drawn, or used their firearm, or police may have used one against them by virtue of seeing that some of these individuals were armed. So were there people in the Capitol with guns? Probably. Yeah, probably there were some. Would the number have been higher? Were the gun laws way more relaxed in Washington, D.C.? Yeah, I think it's undeniable that more people would have had guns. And reducing the number of guns in the situation lowers the probability that there would have been more of an escalation. Now, I know that there are lots of people saying, David, a lot of the people did have guns and they didn't use them. They didn't draw them. That's fine. But it's merely a numbers game. If you introduce way more guns into people involved in violent confrontations, physical scuffles, shoving matches, and the like, the odds that a gun comes out just goes up by virtue of the number of guns that are around. The other thing that I think is important to mention is a lot of the way that this went down. And there was a very delayed, we were learning about the stand down orders that have been uncovered and a lot of different things. But another aspect to this is that for a while on January 6th, there was the perception from many, including many in law enforcement, that this was going to be just another Trump rally. Now, they had plenty of reasons to know it was going to be more than that, and we're exploring whether that was ignored or what directives were given. But to some degree, some of the people involved around the event thought this was just going to be another Trump rally. And that probably early on also led to the lack of response that we saw. Had there been more of a response early on and more guns around, I think that without a doubt, the odds of a gun escalation go up dramatically. Fortunately, there wasn't. And I do think that some role was DC's gun laws. And there are many ways in which those gun laws, to many people, did not make a difference.